Hello everyone to the 5th episode of Exploring the Tiny Universe Galaxy Awaits. We are currently 5 down with 2200 points out of about 2800 points. We are about 3 or 4 years away from ranking up. And then I need to rank up from 6 to 7 down. I already kinda decided what I wanted to after I rank up to 7 done, which is Galaxy. I will be starting like a tutorial series for Riichi City instead, covering basic concepts. I will be covering like a 5-block theory from Riichi Book 1. I will go into that, into like also the 6-block theory and some other theories. I will be playing, I won't want to say suboptimally, but I will be playing as the guide prescribes me to. I know it has some weaknesses, I will describe that as well. But I will be doing that once I hit 7 done with this account, and I will be playing Galaxy Room with more uh, guide specifics in mind. Well, just like following the guides. If some guides say that I should always push at Tempai, I will just push at Tempai in that video. And I don't know if I want to stack like multiple videos for the same topic. I think for the basic ones I will do multiple videos for the same topic. We are moving towards a nice hand here. We can go painful, we can go thunder here. The 7 man here. The 7 of characters is a C. I will try to keep the commentary fully in English, but it might not always happen because I'm used to the Japanese terms, but I will try to keep it in English terms for the most part. 7 of characters is a T. If it comes, we can got the 9 here, the 9 of dots for one away for the 7 of characters and the 4-7 of bamboo. For all symbols to Tora 40,900. The 3 is not useful. We keep the extra 3 and the 6 of dot here. In case we draw the 6 or 8 of characters, then we have a 2, 5, 8 3-sided weight in dots. We unfortunately don't have that many save tiles. We see a 5 here which they didn't discard. Which they just discarded from the wall, so I'm thinking the 6 is pretty okay. It's safer than the 3 because of the late one, so I'm thinking I'm just pushing the 6. We miss out on the 4, 5, 6 mixed triple sequence, but I kinda just want to get like the safest style out of my hand, or like for the push, so 7-7. Yeah, I think we got 7-7, and then relying on the fact that the 5 here came from the wall and they didn't need it. I think they have a lower dots block, lower block in circles, while maintaining a 1 away here for Mangan, or it's 7-7. Done all symbols with the Aka Tora. The Tora, we see 2 Tora, so we can actually push a little bit harder. But we are not ready yet, we are ready now on the 7 of characters. Unfortunately we have a bad weight, but the other way to cut the 8 into the 5 was not really an option, especially not against the Tiro Riichi. You should always be careful. I think they have a lower pin block, but they are apparently not waiting on it. I think it's just going to be... I don't want to deal in necessarily, like it's too close to the end that I'm just cutting the 8 of characters. Otherwise I would just cut the 5 of characters. It might deal in, but like we still have a solid hand here, but there's almost no point in taking too much risk. We kinda have to push this, which is kinda unfortunate, but pushing for Tempai is so variable. It was a 1-4-7. We got kinda lucky. They didn't have a lower dot block there, which I expected, but they didn't need the 5 of dots because they already had the completed shapes. And we took a little bit more risk. We could have won the hand, but like 1500 here is perfectly fine. I'm also relying on the fact that I probably shouldn't do that too much, but I'm way stronger than my opponent, so I can take a little bit less risk than in higher rooms because I know that I can beat my opponents. I know I can just outplay my opponents if the game lost like at least 8 hands, 8 to 11 hands. 11 is average for Hanchan, a full game of East South. It's around 11. I think it's actually 10.8, but I rounded to 11. We are all one away here. Unfortunately, we don't have the mixed triple sequence here, 7, 8, 9. But we might get the 8 and then it will become interesting. But I don't think we can maintain one away here with the 5 of Bamboo, keeping this live Red Dragon. We can't chase this because of the Riichi in the middle. I think we can push here. Apparently we can't, or like it's still okay. Like I think the shapes and the value are marginally good enough, and the chance that we will push the Red Dragon out are quite high later on. So we have to start thinking about if we cut the 9 of dots, and then we will be pushing the, the Red Dragon right after. So it's basically a delay of dealing in rather than really being able to give up the hand. Yeah, it's not really the 7, 8, 9 mixed triple sequence. We will be pulling the White Dragon and then we will cut the 8, 9 of dots because of the side weight. Outer wheels, the middle weight, the close weight is way better than the side weight. Although it weighs on one tile, there's just so many more upgrades and so it's just so much better. The 7 of dot has been once cut here. And if it once cut, you can just almost blindly cut the side weight. Not a problem. We keep this extra 9 of characters. It's not doing anything. It will be just cut next hand. Here on the right, it shows some speed. We probably want to speed up. There is also a 7 into 6 here, but that one is more like a 7 pairs cut than just a regular cut. This is more scary on the right, I think. It's called Atusuke. Atusuke means that we can only, that our Raku isn't confirmed yet. We have the White Dragon, and it's not confirmed yet, but now it is. Now we have Raku. And we can pawn the 3 and the 7 of characters, 3, 5, 8 characters, and the 6, 9, of course. After the 7 card, after the 7 of character cards, it will be very obvious that we are waiting on a 5-8. And that is a waiting hand here. We have to fight here, especially a Steeler. It's kinda in the scary territory, but could wait as Steeler. Can Riichi still fight? We see 3 of our tiles. Now we see 4 of our tiles, but there were 5 left before we deal our winning tile for 500 each. Plus the Riichi stick here from the right. Giving us the ransom, the dealer repeat. Each 1 to bonus 6. Very nice hand here to Tora. And the double east potential for 11,600. 11,600. And that is a nice upgrade. Just waiting for the east, and then it's just easy mode. We can keep this extra 5, but we are hoping that we just can pawn the east and then fix the Tora pair. We are not going to see that. We can play. Nah, we don't want to play 6 blocks here. We just want to go straight. We want to keep this extra 5 of bamboo here. And now we can go, and then we are one away here for a double open weight, 1/4 of characters, 2/5 of dot. This extra 5 does have some utility like that. We can got a you can got the 2/3, the 3/4 I mean. This is now a 4/7 weight for an extra Dora, but it can extend. It's mostly for the extension. It's not really to get back into tempo. We can see the 4 of bamboo if we can get it. It will be with 3/5. So we can still call something. It's the Dora, but at least we can call. We got backfired here. But the other way wasn't that much better, I think. We can check the AI on that. That does help, but we don't really want that. And we are not going to press the count button because we have enough value here. Now we have a 4/7 weight. We could have already won if we kept the other side, but I think this one is okay. We sumo here for 3,900 each, plus 1 bone stick for 4,000 each, stealing 2 Riichi sticks. You have a lot of these steel tiles, like this one of bamboo, then the side weight here. We already took the 1, so the 3 is not that useful. I really want to just drop the 3. If the one here, the one of bamboo wasn't in our pond, then I would keep it most of the time, but really looking for like the double Easter again. We're trying to be able to open it with all symbols here, but it's still very difficult. Like the 30 of dots, like it's kinda a T, but it's still very far away. Really want to cut for an all symbols hand, because the hand wheel is not finished normally. With this 9 of bamboo card, we are not really losing out on anything. We are still accepting this 7. I think it's time for the 8 of dot to go. We are 2 away, but this 3 here is very bad. We have an upgrade here, so that is nice. It's 1 scout 2 of dot. With the pear shape here with the 6/6 8 of bamboo. And we have like an additional pair here in the next to the Dora. I'm not surprised if we deal into some 7 pairs hand here, but we can't do much about dealing into 7 pairs. If they have some weird weights, we are just dealing in. It's very weird that they got like a 5 into 4 of bamboo and then got the east afterwards. It's very weird. It usually hints like a half flush or something, but it's not a half flush in the character suits, and or like it still can be, but I don't think that's the case. Because why would they keep a 6 of dots there? They also shouldn't have 4 or 5 so, but the 3/6 so, because they would have discarded the 4 into the 5 because of the Akatura instead. So I don't think the 6 would deal in, but it can deal in. We are well 7 pairs run away, but 7 pairs can't fight. You can't fight with 7 pairs. You have the 1 chance here, the 9 is actually already safe. It's a 7 of dot and 7 of bamboo weight. A dual pawn weight. The weight was so bad, so they stayed hidden instead. It is a nice field, a close weight field. Let's see, we have Torah acceptance here, or we have a painful hand. Unfortunate, but it's not really what we want anyway, the North pair, because they are our seed winds, given by this North indicator here on the left. So we can't use that for a painful hand, so we need another pair. There is a slight chance of 7, 8, 9, but it's not really what we want to go for. Riichi Painful has this higher EV than Riichi Mixable Sequence. And especially when you're still E something or one away, then more acceptance is way better. We're keeping the extra 4 here for the Torah acceptance, but we will cut it next turn. Like, if it has direct contribution, I like to keep like towards like halfway or 2. But if it, wait, we can cut the 8 here for the Torah acceptance. And there are 2 9 of bamboo out. If it has direct acceptance, I don't mind keeping towards like turn 9 that is. But if it really doesn't have direct contribution, I will just cut it Andro 1 or something like that. If it's all like just Torah upgrades, which you have to draw an additional tile for, or it's really not connected. But it's additional 5 of dot accepts the 7 of bamboo and the AK, like the 7 here. And now we have Riichi, no me, just Riichi. We have a good way, so we just press the button here, the Riichi button. I guess we don't want to draw a 5 of dots, the AK 5 of dots. And then it also means that we don't want to draw a 2 of dots, but the 5 is AK Torah, the last 5 is an AK Torah, so it would be extra painful to be dealing in with that. This is like 37 of characters, so the 8 might still be in the wall, but it's already getting late anyway. The Torah is not that scary, it's like 1 chance on the 5. Toyman has the last style and we have armor to roll, and hopefully we don't deal in. Okay, the red second looks safe, and then they we have the it is a Hote high the Hote it's the last style from the pumps. I think they will on a 2-5 of dots, but we can check afterwards. I'm suspicious of the 2-5 of dots. This is more like a guess. It's not like that I did my research on it or anything, but you kind of start having a sense of what is left and what isn't. We might have a 3-4-5 mixed simple sequence. We have also an all simples hand with 2 Tura. But we will just be calling for an all simples hand to Tura quite soon. We have enough floaters now. We have enough blocks with this additional 2 of dots. Wait, or not 1, 2. No, we still need one more save actually. That's our final save. We keep the 7. Well, if we throw like a 6 or something like that, or if we throw like a 5 of thought there is a chance that we got a 2 instead, and then was an all simples and with 2 Toras. But now we are kind of stuck with this 7, which is kind of unfortunate, and the 4 man is a tough call. Yeah, it's kind of my mistake. Yeah, we should have discarded the 7 earlier, but anyway, we didn't have safe stars, and the one of Pempool was safer to keep. That was really my mistake. We should just not greed for one town. There was only one good town, and that was the 6. The 7 of that was mediocre. But this is why I do just don't care about the upgrades, but it's also like when people just Riichi that turn, especially, it's also low chance that someone Riichis that turn and low deal in chance as well. So it's really unfortunate, but we got punished still for 7,700, and we are in East for 1 bonus stick. I really want to keep the honors with the fair root towers here, but it's a bit too awkward. We lose too much on the 9 of Pempool cards because the 6 of Pempool is our only pair, so the 8 is actually pretty good here to complete the shape. So we are just playing efficiency here, and then we are hoping that we move towards an all simples hand or we move towards a close hand. Now we can actually start thinking about cutting the 9 of Pempool. It's also our kinda our only safe tower against the player on the right here. Well, not really, but it's safe against 2 players, but we can cut it here. We have the 2 of dots against the player on the right, and we have the 3 on the left, and then we have the Lobo characters across. The 3 of characters is our confirmed pair now. It's our only pair now. Unlike the 6s can act as a pair, but it's not really a pair. Can turn into a pair, of course, but this is kinda awkward. I think it's 3. I think it's 3, and then moving towards an all simples hand. And we play the social shape as like a 3-5-7. With the actor 6 pair, we just see that if you need fair rule, you can skip. You can definitely skip, but it moves us to 1 away here. Move us to 1 away, and it's a pretty okay 1 away here. Hopefully we throw around Tora, but if not, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, it's a KP, a war of 7 so we see 4 7 souls. So the 8 is pretty safe. It can shield you into a single weight and into dual pawn weight, but it's not the worst. Another 9 of characters. The 6 is middle Suchi and the 5 is Kampuche, but here across they are pushing as well, but I think we kind of have to push the Tora here with the Kampuche weight on the 5 here. We steal the Riichi 6. We have been stealing a lot of Riichi sticks here. It's way above average. We stole a lot of Riichi sticks. We got some big hands as well, but we stole a lot of Riichi sticks. A bad hand here. The 369 of that is so weak. We don't really have fair root tiles. The green dragon has been once cut, now twice cut. The shapes, the floaters are not bad, but like I kind of want a little bit more, like we already have like a lot of points here, but we just want a little bit more. Like if we throw like a 3 or 5 characters or 2 of bamboo, our hand is actually good. We have the 2 of characters, which is Suchi, which means in the 4, the 5 is in the pawn, so the 2 doesn't deal into a 2-5 character weight. But as long as we can play safe towers, we are playing safe towers. You have the 3 as well, but it's Riichi Suchi, and Riichi Suchi is actually about as dangerous as non. Yeah. You actually have a boost, like if we needed points, I could push, but I don't want to push. And I really don't want to push the Torah, but if you really want to, you can cut the 3 or the 8, or you can try something and then try to fight the dealer, but we are in a good spot here where we really don't need to fight. If we were in last place, I would definitely push a little bit, and then I would be on the 1-4, so a painful Torah wait. The next style is the 5 of characters, and then we are almost out of safe tiles, but we can push this because it's safe, and then we are maintaining some safe, but I don't know if we can make it back into a waiting hand. I don't think so. Perhaps I should just got a 4 and a 5. Now it's still safe. But I don't think the player on the right is really doing anything, and the person across is also not winning the hand, so it doesn't really matter, right? Well, what can it be? I'm thinking about close victory. It's getting more likely by the second, because a lot have been dying out. There's now a war of 5 of characters, so the characters are pretty much all gone. The 6-9 of characters still alive. 2-5, 1, 2-5 of Shampoo is still alive, and then the 2-5 of, and then most of the pins, the dots weights are still. So that is a push here. That is a push. I don't think they are waiting, but I'm not sure. This the 9 here. Oh wait, they are pushing across. But, yeah, it was not a close wait. It was an edge wait 3. Like we have like a bad hand here, and we are doing something unconventional here, and that is cutting the edge weight here. It's like you kinda, I don't recommend that you do this in your own games unless you really understand what I'm doing. I'm basically hoping that we pair up the south, that's our seed wind and the round wind. We are keeping the Tora and we are keeping the white dragon. So we really want Faru Tower here, and we are just slowing down the hand kinda, but we are basically hatching for Faru Tower to be able to open and get more Faru, because our hand doesn't have Faru with the S-Way. An S-Way doesn't create painful nor Tundra, painful or all simples, I mean. And we will have to drop the Faru Towers if we really want to go that way. We have to start going for a normal hand, because now we are 2 away with 2 close weights and an open weight here in the bamboo. So now we are slowly dropping the Faru Towers. Because we actually have some shapes, and we have a completed shape here in the character suit, but our hand is still a bit weak with 2 close shapes. But if we complete one of them, our hand becomes actually pretty good. If you look at my pawns here, we haven't been losing out on that much. You kind of lose out on the 7 of characters, which is 9, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, there could be like an 7, 8, 9. This 2 pin actually has some utility here for the 6, and then we can get the 3 as well, but I don't really care though. There's also an all simple hand with this too. Perhaps I should have just discarded the south there. That's kind of my mistake. Because now if we had a 2 here, we would have a close weight 6 and a close weight 8, and the 6 would give us all simple. So it is a mistake, this 2. The 2 of thought is a mistake here, and we got kind of punished, especially here. Because with the 2, we could got 7 into 9 for a 36 weight, and now we are stuck on this 8 pin, which is Hans got the 8 of thoughts. Yeah, that was a mistake here. We kind of overdid what I was explaining earlier. The 8 of thought has been twice cut now. But we got it anyway. We will not press the Riichi button, we are leading here. By quite a margin. The weight does look okay, but like if you want to reach, you can definitely press the reach button here, but I don't really want to. Especially not against an opposing Riichi, but we kinda have to push. We kinda have to push. Hopefully not against any monster. The Pinsir out there, the lower monster is pretty sus. But are we really folding this? Nah, we are not. It's too much to not fight this. It's still South 1. If it was like South 3 or South 4, of course I would perhaps not push it. But it's still South 1, so like I don't want, like it really sucks if you deal into like Ipatsu the first turn again. Like but like once you get stronger you just say that it's like variance and that it's just unlucky and then you just move on. Like it sometimes happens that you deal into like Ipatsu like 2 or 3 times in a single match, and then it's like, and everyone at the table's like, why do you push that hard? But sometimes you can't really do anything about it. You're keeping this 5 pin, but as I said earlier, it doesn't have direct acceptance. So we will be cutting it low one, especially if we can't upgrade it. We will be just cutting it here. We might be feeding the person here on the right, but we just want it out of our hands. And there's an option to not press the easy button here, but it's probably still fine. They got like a Vesper, they have too many bears anyway. The Vesper was dead though. They got an Aka turret there, but they already showed that they didn't have acceptance for the 5 of Bamboo, so it's not that scary or not that weird that they got the Aka here. And now we are not screwed, we have to just push, we just have to push it down. Hopefully not not Ipatsu again. We are still 1 away here, like we don't have safe outs. If we really want to vote out, we can cut another 1 here, and that is what we are going to do after the 7 of characters. We are pushing this 1. It's also a tricky situation if we were in East 1 flat though. Referring to each one with equal scores. I think it's a slight push, but we are though. That is a Toratory though. with one era for among us. I also was afraid of the Riichi because across from us they were coming for a simple hand and they can't have the 9 of characters with his Tora, so the Tora is split between the player on the left and the player on the right and the wall of course, but Riichi's, especially if the Tora isn't accepted by one player, you should really be careful about the other players having the Tora. Here are one away here for a double close weight, the 3 and the 6 here. We can still upgrade here with the 7. In this case, the 7 actually does a lot for our hand. We are just going to cut a 1. We can cut the 7 here and then have painful, but open Thunder is so much superior. And we can upgrade on the 7 here with Tora Acceptance, 7 of Bamboo. So I prefer that. He will. Do we call? I don't really want to call, but like a waiting hand is a waiting hand, right? Like we have such a nice 7 of Bamboo here, but I think we can actually break here, break our 1 away for 2 good floaters, the 3 of Thoughts with the 7. We will discard a more dangerous style. There is not that much of a difference, but against the dealer, I think the 7 is slightly safer, but I'm not 100% certain. We have now all simples with 2 Toras, and we will be calling, and we are facing an Riichi, and you have to try a pair, and the 8 wings aren't usually the pair that we want to cut, but the 7 months are slightly more dangerous anyway. And they were waiting on the... What the... They were fear turn Riichi. This is so bullshit. This is so bullshit. This is a future Riichi for the Thunder Pinfu Sansaku. It is so bullshit. What the... It is such a bullshit. Oh, only 4 stars. Let's see, like here we have I want to cut the east, but it really doesn't matter, we can just skip. And here we are keeping the 8-9 of Bamboo, and here it cuts the 8-9 on all simples hand. I want to go 3, but I think the 6 is safe. I think the 6 is safe. I really disagree here with Moto. The 6 is way safer. With 5 Simo Kiri here, or like from the wall, the 6 is just safer. And there is perhaps a 4-5-6, which can be... There is an argument for our 4-5-6, I can see, but like... In terms of safety, the 6 is safer, but I guess the 4-5-6 is a thing though, but... And then here 7-7. And then here it... Wait, we are not tapped by that. And here it discards the west, stay hidden, and then... Hey, I want to go... Oh, the 6, yeah, it's half. Yeah, I didn't see the 6, yeah, it's the 6, not the 8. It was half Suchi. I thought it was still double, but I was mistaken. And then here it just pushes for Tempine. And we missed a win here. That is why we kind of lost. Yeah, that was a mistake. I didn't see that it was half. Are we falling out here again? 5. I want to fold. I want to fold. We have 3 saved out. We actually have enough saved outs, and the folds are also safe. Yeah, it's just a fold here. Because the Torah isn't even confirmed, the saves are better. This was also a mistake on my part. I thought we only had 2 saved outs, but we actually have 3 saved outs, and these 4s are also very safe with the only 2 of characters and the 7 here. Yeah, this was a mistake. It's really good to have AI analysis. Because I also make some mistakes. It's usually not that big of mistakes, but sometimes I miss things as well. It wants to pass here, but like I'm Tira with 1 Tora. I think that she is fine. I think that she is fine. Because wait, I want to go 7. I even doesn't even want to go maximum efficiency here, which is interesting. Which is definitely a thing, but as dealer I don't mind having a little bit more risk exposure. Um, you can cut the 7. You can technically just Sakikiri the 7, discounting it in advance, so you don't have to push against the Riichi, but I just keep the battle safe. And here's a pawn, and we couldn't pawn this if we got the 7, and then here we just win. Really unfortunate that we didn't. Let's see, here we had an interesting choice. I don't know if we did it right. Nah, we didn't. Nah, wait. Yeah, we didn't go. It wants to go Uncle Headless. Not Uncle Headless. It wants to go Headless. And considers the 5 and the 3 afterwards to lock in the pill. The problem with the 7 is that we are on a bad weight. If we cheat, we are on a bad weight. But I think this balances things out. But there is no decision here anyway, so we steal the Riichi 6 again. I really want to cut a bad shape here, but the 3 isn't that bad because there's a 1 in our pond and there's also 1 here on the right. Hey, Naka usually just cuts the 3 after the 1 discard, so I just want to get rid of the floater 18, which is really useless as well. And then here we have a 7 pairs hand, and then we just have to not deal in. I want to go 9. I want to go F 7 pairs 1 away, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Oh, I see now how they got it. They got the AK. They had an E. They should have probably got a 7 and 6 here for the pure double sequence rounds anyway. They had the AK in their hand anyway. I guess he had a lot of Tura, but I don't want to push with. Does it agree here? AI wants to cut the 9. Oh, the 9 is safe. I'm blind. I'm blind. I missed the 9. I saw that later as well. Let's not care about the early discards. We did miss out on a value pair, and then here the discard, it keeps the 4 here, and then I want to just fix it to shape, not going full efficiency here. It's middle Shuchi, it deals into 2 Shuchi, so it's just Sakikiris here, which is fine, and the other cut is the 8 here for the Tura, but he got the wrong shape. I want to just cut the 5 pin, which is perfectly fine, but we got the other side for Riichi. And it was not a 2-5 pin across, what was it? It was a 6-9 instead. But I thought it passed or not, I am not sure. I don't... Yeah. And now it wants to cut 7. Wait, it still wants to cut 1. And then we are dealing in here. And we are just dealing in here. It has some upgrades with the 6 and the 8 as well, where we can cut the 2. And here we are just dealing in. And it kind of costed me the first place because of the Paimon Shimo. Let's see. Wait, does it see the 6 here? Wait, he didn't. It passes. He actually passes. I think pass is fine. With our pair, it's not confirmed that it does speed up our hand, and we are fair, so I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. Like if we needed points, it's obviously a skip. But the person across is now waiting on 2-4. And here we just have to push the Tora. It is kind of scary with this 4, but there's not really a choice. If they had a pair of Toras, they would have pumped already, so it's not that safe. And here we won. We made some major mistakes. I hope that I can fix it in the next game. Here we are just defending, and I don't think we are making any mistakes on this battle Ori, on this fort. I want to go 7, but it really doesn't matter. As long as you don't deal in, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Or like, as long as you don't take unnecessary risk. Like here, AI wants to go no, AI wants to top Tora, but like I guess you can top the Tora here to deny your opponent the Tora, but I like the 1 here. It actually wants to go normal. The 1 of Bamboo is actually the third choice here. So it's not insane to go the 1, but I like to just go this way. And then we had a mistake here on the 2 of dots. It's a pretty major mistake here. This is kinda costed me our game. But we drew the 8, so we didn't get backfired. It stays hidden here, and then here it waits for green and 7 of Bamboo. And here we will just have to discard it. It considers a 9 as well, but there's nothing to do here. You just deal in, and they got the wrong side. If they got a 9 instead, I could counter weight, but not on the 6. Yeah, I want to keep the Isarakuhai. Yeah, I was thinking about this, but we don't need the 6. The 6 is already accepted here in the Bamboo suit with the 7-8. We can go headless if we get the 2, but it's usually slightly better, but I didn't think it made that much of a difference. It wants to go 3 here, and then let's see if it cuts a 5. It doesn't want to cut a 5, but I really want to just cut it. And here, this is interesting. They see the AK here, and they switch away to the 4 of dots instead of 1-4. Like, I would probably not do that, but they are lost, but I guess whatever works for them. I want to go 8 here. Yeah, we should have just folded, but yeah, probably just a 4. We are still 1 away here with this 8. I didn't see that, but we are out here. 6 or 7. I think 6 is slightly more accurate, but anyway. And let's see when it costs this, like here, this decision here, it just costs a 1 for all simples here. And then the next decision here is on the 3 here. It wants to go 7 or 3. The 3 doesn't guarantee us an all simples hand, and we are breaking each something or 1 away, so the 3 pin is definitely a cut there. And then I think the 7 is more dangerous than the 3, but I'm not 100% confident. And here we got the 8 here. And it's so pussy, like they have a constant 7 and they didn't shimo here. They could have just shimoed here for second place. I'm pretty confident that they got second place here. And they shimoed here for the Ipad shimoed here for the first place. Let's see, what's the cutoff? It's Mangan shimo, it's Hanuman shimo. They just need the 3 out of 6. And the 3 is already one Scott. I would usually just take second place there, but whatever. That was it for me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.